I just love when we can bring on old teammates, bro. It's a beautiful thing to just, especially if we ain't like sat down and talked in a while. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to, have a conversation. So, hey, y'all, welcome back to the Juh Kickin It Podcast with your favorite host, D-Lo. And
Matt, well, you know the drill.
Today's guest, man, somebody we've been knowing for a while, man. Former teammate.
Yep.
Hey, standout wide receiver from Morehouse College, man. Ajani Williams is in the building. Welcome, brother.
What up?
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
Man, we just doing it. Feeling good.
Yeah. How senior year going? I hope you're enjoying yourself.
I hope.
We enjoying ourselves, but like to a limit. We still gotta get that schoolwork done. We trying to graduate, trying to make moms happy. But we enjoying it.
Okay. What you getting your degree in?
Kinesiology, so it's Bachelor of Arts. So
that sounds about right. It's like senior year of college. It's like we got to lock in.
Yeah.
Like you
especially second semester.
You did like the fun stuff in college already.
Yeah.
It's not even like high school for real. Cause like high school, you senior, you be like shutting it down. You're like, I'm ready to roll. But college, you be trying to turn it up. So you trying to get about it.
That is true, especially that second semester ball over with.
Overstood,
man. But hey, bro, glad to have you on here today. So kind of how we kick things off is we do an MBS check-in. So just to break that down for you, we start off with your mental. How's your mind going? Especially it's your senior year, but you're also working to get to the league. Yep. So I know it is a lot of things that's going on in your mental. So we're gonna check on that. How's your body doing? I know you're hitting the weight room. I know you're hitting the field. So I know you gotta find time to recover. So we're gonna check on your body. And then lastly, how's your spirit? How's your soul? Because in times like this, especially when you're trying to push towards a big goal like that, you got to make sure you tapped in with the man above. So I'll kick us off, and then you'll go, and then Matt will go, just so we can give you a reference. So me right now, mentally, man, I'm good, bro.
Facts.
Got freshly back from Florida. I had a little time off from work. So me and wifey went down to the Palm State, enjoyed ourselves. It was a real good time. Spent time with family, met her family. So it was a real good time. And just whenever you can get a reset from work when you ain't had a break in a while, it's real good, bro. Because sometimes when you're working from week to week to week and there's no real break, sometimes you find yourself in a little bit of a lull. So like with having this break, especially I'm working from home right now for the week, but I'm pretty good mentally. I can't lie to you. Body wise, bro, shit.
Yeah.
Today
got a lot, right?
Yeah. Today was it was one of them ones just because I'm still trying to shake back. I was in Florida, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't listening. I was just keeping it being.
Be honest.
Be honest, sir.
Be honest.
You'll be honest with Johnny. I didn't live in Florida, bro. I was on vacation.
You didn't even touch the weight room in the hotel? No, nothing?
I wasn't in the telly. I was in the B&B. That's on me. I should have went for a run or something. That's on me.
Yeah, bro.
But otherwise, bro, my body is good, bro, because been very consistent. I would say with the gym over the past few months. So body, I'm good, and then spirit, bro, super well. But what I have been praying for is recently. So I'm about to lead a nest, bro. Time to get my own space with my girlfriend. Yeah. So with that, it's time now to really take leadership and, to just, I got to be on my P's and Q's just a little bit more now that I'm leaving the nest, that I ain't going to have my father or my mother with me every day. Yeah. So I just been praying to God that he just helps guide us towards the right direction and just helps me learn all the things and tools that I need to lead me and Sierra and just be the man I want to be for real.
Yeah. So that's real.
I'm good, bro.
That's real.
Johnny, you up, bro? How we feeling?
Man, we're feeling good. Just got through the Falcons Pro Day, so now I'm finally like feeling good and like, all right, we done with all the Pro Day stuff. We on to the next part of the phase. So feeling real good. Mentally, feeling we're doing much better. I ain't gonna lie. Like in the beginning of like January and February, when you in that process, man, that thing it drains you. So just having to fight through that in the beginning, it was a little rough, but we good now. We back on track. Of course, right now we just next line shift, of course, is moving on to the next part in the in that draft process, and of course getting school done because we were trying to graduate.
Gotta get that.
Yeah, and I say spiritually, man, spiritually, we tuned in with God. We've been praying every day. Been going Bible study. I mean, I just met up with my guy yesterday. Bible study, just learning, just learning the word and continuing to grow in that relationship with God. So
I love to hear it, bro.
No, that's dope, bro. I love to hear that, especially because I know how that process goes with like. I feel like it's the winter, bro. It's like the dead smack dab in the winter is when it's hard, like mentally at least.
Yeah.
So like, so I guess that leads to my NBA second. So mentally, bro, even last week I told the podcast, I was like, bro, I finally like feel like I broke out of like that winter grind mode I was in for, I don't know if you know, but like for like a couple of months, bro, I was dead on like a whole different schedule than I was used to, bro. Like I was like thrown into a whole different type of like challenge that I ain't never been through before, but like I had to lock in and like literally like people like my brother right here and like just being consistent in times that I didn't want to be consistent, bro. It's the only thing that really kept me dialed in mentally. So I can only imagine how it was for you, for real.
Yeah.
So I commend you there, brother. But mentally, bro, I'm good, bro. I got just started this new opportunity.
God is good.
I don't know. I'm in tech now, so like I'm a real tech dude. I wear Vans and stuff now. Like it's like so it's just crazy how like life works sometimes, bro. It's just you think that like sometimes you get set back. At least in my mental over the last couple months, like dang, why? Like why am I like having to take 10 steps forward and then 20 steps back? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like okay, it was for a reason. And now I'm finally seeing the reasons come to fruition. So like mentally, I'm feeling like, okay, I understand it now. You know what I'm saying? I get it now. And this is just the fruits of just staying down, bro. Body wise, bro. I don't know if you know, bro, but I'm
this man built like a straw of safety. And he coming down to the bottom. That's how he feel right now. I ain't gonna. No longer a quarterback.
I was gonna say I remember the quarterback.
It's no longer Matt Vick. Matt Vick is gone. I don't know where he is. It's Matt Chancellor. Sure. It's Matt Chancellor. You're Cam Chancellor. You got Matt
Chancellor.
It's just when you got a group of people like you work out, we actually push you to actually like get right outside of playing sports. Like we don't play sports, so it's like we working out strictly for our looks and for vacation and like how you just want a vacation. You know what I'm saying? It's like we do it for that now. So it's like you need a different motivation. And so like when I'm working out with them, bro, I have to like go hard and just improve. Just been working. You know what I'm saying? So we good there. And then spiritually, man, like once again, I hate to be like a beating the drum all the time, but literally we talk about having an attitude of gratitude. And recently, again, like it's just proof of that concept now. Because like even in times where like I could have been like, oh, yada yada, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Not even like ungrateful, but just like, dang, like, you know, I'm still waiting. You know what I mean? I still was grateful in the process of it all, and now like we're just reaping the fruits of it, and it really just shows. But you gotta have an attitude of gratitude for the man above, even in times you're wondering why. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's something that if you watch all of our podcast episodes, we most likely gonna say that. We're gonna say at least one time. We're gonna say at least one time every episode, bro. So again, bro, that's just seriously, I'm just grateful, bro. Grateful for the man above, for everything.
I love it. I love it. So we gotta go back, bro. Because this song we never really got to talk about. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to high school, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll say where we was at, and then I'm gonna pivot it to you. Second semester, senior year, you was hooping. I was probably training, doing other things. But for you, you was a junior. So I need you. Can you walk us through how COVID kind of affected you as far as like junior year to senior year of ball, and then especially the season, because I know y'all ain't get to play all 10 games, so how that looked for you, and then how that affected recruiting, because I know for recruiting, I know that could have messed up a few things. Well, I don't want to say messed up, but it changed the path of how things were supposed to go. So let us know how COVID was for you, because using the 21 class.
So when it first started, like when you know how we usually did like during the springtime, of course, the mat drills. It started like right after mat drills finished. So right after mat drills, usually we do like the usual quarterback receiver throw, get used to each other before spring ball. When all that happened, that just it almost like set us back in terms of our training, because like we were building up ourselves up to that point with spring, and then after that we were back to square one when we came back. I think we came back like mid-June. I think mid-June, and it was only like limited people that can come because 6 people, couldn't have that many people in the one little area. And I remember me and Dad, this was like during the summer, we were talking, we were like, man, will we even have a season? Season, how is recruiting gonna be? I mean, at that point I had no offers. No, I had one offer. It was like a little D3 spot. I had one offer, but other than that, I was like, shoot, where am I gonna go? Am I gonna continue playing this game, or is it?
It created a lot of scenarios for a lot of people, bro. Like, shoot, even for me personally, not to cut you off, but I had a situation. I was like, shoot, I don't even know if I'm gonna play ball. College. So going in, because what happened with me. So I can only imagine for the for the guys who are still in high school, bro.
Did they cancel y'all season in the beginning? Oh no, So
the program, Florida Tech,
I remember
that. They threw it out the window. But that is funny, God got a my path was to go to Berry. That was a path God had intended for me. But for you, bro, I can only imagine how, like, when you was probably building up so much steam to like, all right, I'm training here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that to have this great season so I can propel myself to playing in college. But then things get put in a halt. So I can only imagine how that was, bro.
Yeah. I think it's just like, my bad. But I think it's just the uncertainty. Like, nobody knew when it would be over. You know what I'm saying? Like, the COVID thing would be blown over. So that's why I feel like
especially during the regular season, it was like every week we didn't know if we were gonna play. I remember Northgate, the first game we played Northgate, that got pushed up because people had so much uncertainty if we were gonna make it that week without one of the teams catching COVID. I think it was the day before the Westminster game. Somebody on the team caught COVID, and of course we got 14. You had to you had to quarantine for 14 days.
They
had to cancel that game. Next week. We couldn't even come to school next week, and we had to come back that Thursday. Mind you, that week that we came back, we had to play GAC the next day. We ain't been able to practice all week. No, I'm my right-handed guy.
What?
We came back that Thursday because when you quarantine, you're not allowed to be outside the house. You have to be in the house. So when we got back that Thursday, we had an afternoon practice, and then the next day on game day we had a morning practice. And then we had the game that evening. It was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, because
I could only imagine having one full day of practice, and then y'all practice in the morning, but that was probably like a walkthrough because y'all had to play that night.
That's crazy.
How did that game feel with not having like no practice? No practice.
I ain't gonna lie, we was cold off the rip because it was like we weren't even used to. We had to watch. I remember we had to watch film ourselves, and that was like for the people that like really dedicated that. They were like, I'm gonna watch film because I'm like, shoot, that's the only way I can prepare for it. It was insane because we lost. I know we lost that game. I forget the score, but I think we only scored maybe one or two times that day. The offense, we couldn't get anything done. And
I ain't had no time to practice, bro. Like that. That's a crazy situation. So, how many games did y'all end up playing your senior year?
I think it was 6 games. The last Westminster, that one was canceled, and the last I think 2 or so games. I know the Cedar Grove game got canceled, and Redan, our senior night, that got canceled too. So we only played 6 games.
When did y'all season get halted? Like, when did they let y'all know, all right, we're not gonna play any more games?
So it was after the Carver Atlanta game. So it was that Monday heading in there. So it was that Monday after that game, we head into the weight room, and mind you, they're like, hey, we got a meeting. We're like, okay, what's the meeting about? This is about football, whatever. the meeting was they called us in. They were like, "Hey, there's been another case of COVID within the team," and Reed Dan went ahead and said we're gonna cancel it. I was like, "Okay, guess we're not gonna get Reed Dan," which that was the senior night, and so we were then thinking like, okay, we're gonna have to at least get Cedar Grove. Like maybe that Wednesday, they said, nope, no Cedar Grove, and at that point, we were like, okay, we might make it to the playoffs and play Oconee. We got,
you know how we feel about Oconee.
We got, that's a story in its own right.
We don't speak on Oconee.
Yeah, but that we thought we were gonna play Oconee first round. Come to find out, they put Cedar Grove in our spot, even though we had the same region record.
Why? What was the explanation?
It's a lot. It was a lot of background.
Okay. Got you.
It was some administration stuff. That dang.
Got it.
Damn.
So,
got it.
But we didn't even know Carver Atlanta was gonna be our last game. We thought we were gonna have to play that next week and keep it pushing. But
so season just got halted. Y'all didn't even get no real ending. Y'all didn't get no last. You didn't get to go into your last game knowing this is my last game.
That might be worse than. That might be like not having a full football season might be worse than not having like a good back half of your school year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
you
didn't get to go into the situation knowing this is it.
Yeah. You know what
you was like, I got some more games.
Before
left.
COVID hit, we at least was able to finish the football season. They couldn't even have a real football.
So what month did y'all season what month did y'all play your last game? Like October?
I think that was like October. Yeah, I think it was like October. Like mid-October. It was ridiculous, bro.
It's just so crazy because in a regular season, that's homecoming time.
Yeah.
Like October, homecoming. For us, we probably been winning games and
I don't speak too much. You
remember the feeling? Yeah. So I can only imagine for you to not finish the back half of your senior year. So how did that?
I think we had homecoming, our first home game, which that was Noonan. That was the second game of the season. They were like, because we didn't know we were going to make it. But basically, we had homecoming, but we didn't get senior night for us. So
I was in for homecoming. I want my senior. Am I tripping?
Yeah, no, you're not tripping.
I want my senior.
I want my senior night.
Just because you have so many homecomings in high school, bro, it's like that ain't nice. At least for me.
Nah, I feel that. I felt the same way.
You feel me? We ball players, bro. Like homecoming, bro. That ain't. It is what it is.
Let's be real.
It's cool. Like it depends on where you.
Let's be real transparent. Before we go, let's be real transparent. Anything that can happen on homecoming night, I could just do on a regular night. Don't let that. Like anything I could do on homecoming night, I could just do on a regular night. It's not like I need homecoming night. It's the special. No, I could do that. Like back in high school, I could do that whenever.
No, okay. You just talking about high school. I thought you were talking about like beyond high school, like even in college.
Oh, no. I'm a weird man. Like I'm just saying as far as like you know how like people say, oh, homecoming, that's a special night, you get to enjoy yourself. Yeah. Like, I could do that any other night. I want my senior night for football. I only get one of those. So that's kind of how that is. But so you played your last official game against Carver sometime in October. So like what was the process after you was let known that your season was over with and how that kind of affected recruitment for you, and then you ended up at LaGrange?
Man, so me and Dad, we were just sending out emails, and I give credit to Garvin as well. He was bringing as many coaches to us as possible after that season. I remember like 3 days straight after the season was over with, he would call us. We were getting called to his office about almost every hour because there was a new coach coming in just to talk to. And that's actually how I met LaGrange's coaches, was one of those meetings. And I contacted them afterwards just to see if they were still like really holding up to that word. Man, they hit me back so fast. I was like, okay, we might have something. Something like this. So
dope.
I was like, I just got to take an opportunity. Just got to get in the door.
Yeah.
Just got to get in the
you had to hunt at that point.
Yeah, that's kill or be killed. And literally in that situation, that's how it is. So you get to LaGrange when you first went there, was your mindset, all right, I'm gonna go here, grind it out, do what I gotta do, and then transfer out? Or was you initially going in like, all right, this is where I'm gonna be for my 4 years and this is what it is?
Not gonna lie, I was really expecting to be there for my 4 years. I was off the rip. I was playing. I probably was thinking I was not gonna play because I ain't gonna like that college. The visit, I was like, I remember I went there and I was like, some of these players kind of big. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Say with me when I went to Barry, like people like to downplay Division III football, but I promise you, it's some dogs, like dogs and like hogs, some big boys in Division III, especially once you start to play like them schools in the Midwest and up north. Because a lot of the times in the Midwest and up north, that's the only collegiate football you can really go find. It's really either you go FBS or you go Division III in some of those like northern Midwest schools. So like, yeah, you will get to see Division III schools be like, oh, he's a little bigger than I thought he was gonna be.
You play like a Wisconsin Whitewater and Mount Union, it's over with.
Wisconsin Whitewater, boy.
Boy, legit.
Was huge. I ain't gonna lie. So LaGrange, how would you say? Because you was there for 2 seasons, right?
Yeah, 2 seasons. Mm-hmm.
How was your 2 seasons there, bro?
You know, it was a learning process. In the beginning of my freshman year, I remember I think the first game I only got 1 target, 1 catch. Second game the second game against y'all only had 1 target, 1 catch, and I was like negative yards. Yeah. But third
bro. Hey, it make the story greater. Yeah, they really do.
Yeah. But third game, once again 1 yard, but it was a game-winning touchdown. Mm-hmm. So it was after that game that's when I started seeing the ball a little bit more. Okay. Because that Methodist, I got like I think 3 or 5 targets that game. Start seeing a little bit more. Then that game we get like 9 receptions. I was like, okay, now we starting to now we starting to get
it's crazy when you get that first what am I trying to say? That first taste, bro. Yeah. All of a sudden they like
now I know I can't be. Yeah, you know that's really how I go. Cause like with college, bro, it's really it's an uncertainty of how good you could be as far as like on the field until you make that play. But once you make that play and you get that taste of blood, like, all right, I can really hold my own out here. Yeah. It's really just a trickle effect from there, bro. So damn, to go from one target and then a few weeks later 9 receptions in a game. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
He got better sophomore year. That's when I almost hit 100 yards. Yeah, 100 receiving yards in my career. Mind you, and I remember I was telling my parents this like during that time. I was like, I'm like, college is supposed to be a little bit harder, but I'm doing statistically better in college. In high school, I'm like, bro, what is like, why is that the case? But they were like, you've always been prepared. You just got the opportunities now. You're making the most of it. So
it's a beautiful thing where preparation meet the perfect timing. Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. Often, like, I just still stuck on that. Like, offense, y'all so like when y'all get that first when you get that first lick for real, bro. Y'all lock in, bro. Yeah. But on obviously on defense, like
it take a little more time.
No, it's opposite of that. It's like when you get kind of at DB is when you get that first embarrassment. Like you gotta get embarrassed. You gotta dig. For me, it was that mom's game. It was my freshman. That mom's game. I got did the worst way. Obviously, it's my first time playing DB.
It happens.
But I had to lock in. But it just created that offense. Just when y'all get that first
offense, it's just making that first play. Like that first big play, you get up, you're like,
if you a dog, you capitalize for sure. Mm-hmm. I see it. That's dope.
So, what was the lifestyle like at LaGrange? Because I remember always like riding through there, whether it was in high school or when we came there to play my sophomore year, your freshman year. What's the lifestyle at LaGrange look like?
It's a small town. It's like one of those situations when me and my friends, whenever we would always like go 10 or so deep to a Walmart just to have fun and just mess around. Like I'm being so for real. Yeah. Do that. But yeah, it's really a small town. Like people, about almost everybody know each other. and especially with LaGrange being a small school, really everybody know everybody. You can't be sneaking around. Somebody gonna catch you. They be like, "Hey, nah, I see you this doing that." You can't get away with that. But yeah, it was a good little community. I definitely enjoyed my time down there.
The vibe I'm getting is it's so weird because it's a lot of parallels between our past, it's especially the beginning of our past in college. It's like you first spoke about how when you got to LaGrange, you were surprised about how big boys was. So was I when I got to Berry. And then you speak about small town, y'all going to Walmart 10 deep. That's how I used to roll. We used to roll 8 deep to Waffle House and just do shenanigans. And kind of how I like to look at it now, looking back. That's where we really got that real college experience from, is going to a small college where you make the fun out of what you and your people do, not necessarily what the school might offer in a sense. And then I don't know, but if I had to guess, I feel like once you got to Morehouse, that's probably when you start to lock in a little bit more and really like kind of be on some solo stuff, low key. I mean, you got your boys and stuff, but once you make that transition, at least for me, once I got to PC, I kind of already had my fun at Berry. So once I got to PC, it was a little bit of a lock-in process. So how was that for you?
Definitely. When I made that transition to Morehouse, one of course you ain't got your boys with you, so it's like you can't like make like them usual trips that you would, because it's like you don't really know nobody in the beginning. That, and also in Atlanta, you got a lot of stuff to do. I mean, you can go eat go to like a bowling alley. You can go anywhere. It don't matter. You catch yourself doing the Piedmont like at least 2 or 3 times a week, just walking around, chilling, maybe hit the belt line just to look at some stuff. But you have more opportunity to do things down here, and when you take advantage of that, you don't really. I mean, it's cool to have people, but you don't really have to have them around you, because you can make your own fun of stuff.
So I'm gonna first ask you, lifestyle. What was the biggest difference between going to school at LaGrange versus going to school in Atlanta and campus life? Because I know campus life completely different.
I know it's like completely.
Well, first of all, I knew I had off the rip. I knew I had no fits. The first day I get
Be real. Let's be real.
He need that in LaGrange.
Oh hell!
No, you don't. Like every day I could show up at LaGrange. I could show up with baggy slide, baggy hoodie. I can do it all. It don't matter, man. I come out first day in school. I see somebody in Armani Exchange. Man, they going denim tier. I'm like, all right, see, look, I can't do this. I ain't got the money to do all this. But yeah, that was a big thing. Just definitely the party aspect. I mean, I ain't been to that many parties, but it's different.
It's Atlanta, bro.
I would assume so.
Bro, it's Atlanta, bro. Like I feel like, Charleston still had a little bit.
Bro, this is you speaking about. He went from LaGrange, which we got love for LaGrange.
Yeah, but it's a country town.
LaGrange, a country town, to one of the most prestigious HBCUs in the country.
Yeah,
and it's in Atlanta.
And it's Atlanta,
bro. That's
a big difference, bro. So like, you speak about somebody wearing Armani Exchange, bro. I couldn't see myself putting a whole fit on and going to class. I just couldn't do it.
And don't let it be first day of class too.
Oh, bro.
They really come out that Founders Day. They really they came out with fits. It'd be insane.
Bro. I know it's a fashion show.
It was definitely
it's definitely a fashion show. Morehouse for sure.
Damn.
Because little bro goes to NCAT. I don't know if you know. He goes to NCAT.
He's
the new. So it's like I have more insight now than I used to have on like HBCU life and like just how it's like sport. Like putting it on is like sport. Yes, like it's like sport.
So they really compete.
Yes,
like, man, my fit really better than yours.
Yes, that's how a lot of them are at like HBCUs, and it's granted it's like it's not purposeless. Like how sometimes we may think, bro. Sometimes it's actually good, like a presentation that they have around certain people that could get them in certain doors too.
Got it.
You know, it just
got it.
It's just how it's so different. Yeah. So I know how the transition. I know how the transition was for going from Charleston wasn't like a small town, but it wasn't Atlanta to going. I was Georgia State, so it was like I didn't have to worry about really dressing too crazy for a chosen.
Never.
But once I got to Atlanta,
different. You got. I was like, even at Georgia State, they be putting it on too. It'd be insane out there,
bro. All Atlanta schools. You go to school in Atlanta, you got to. It's kind of
I mean, I still didn't care.
I still want to care. But for the general pop, like they gonna try to put that on every time.
Yeah, unless I went out somewhere. But general pop, I was an athlete, so I didn't really, I had athletic stuff on, so I didn't really.
Man, so we talked about the lifestyle change. What did it look like transitioning from being at Division III and now you being at a Division II school?
Division II. So off rip, I thought it was gonna be a little bit harder, a little bit faster game. When I really started like competing with them, I was like, it ain't really much of a difference because, I mean, I know with me, I'll be training a lot of D1 DBs. Those are FBS. Those are Georgia State, Western Kentucky. I'll be training with them, and when I get used to them, I'm like, this ain't really much of a difference. So when training with them, it made that transition easier.
Gotcha.
I will say the game atmosphere was different because, mind you, when I left LaGrange, my last game was played at Huntington, and if you know Huntington, they got a nice stadium, but it's small. Yeah. Dog, my first game at Morehouse, we played at the Hall of Fame Stadium. I'm like,
y'all do have that first classic game. That's hard. How was it?
Man, I ain't know that.
What did be honest? Let me be transparent again. We've been very transparent. Was there a little bit of like shiverness? Like, oh, this is like real.
Up, like, whoa,
it's real.
It turned me up even more because I was like, man, I'm really like in this now. Like, cause when you hear the band playing, like you mid play, it gets you in that mindset. Like you ready to, you just
feel like that dog. That dog.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, bro. So first game in a big stadium like that. How did the rest of your junior season go? And then leading
that was probably my roughest season, no lie. That whole season I was nursing my right hamstring, so I tweaked it like before the season started. But I was like, I'm not gonna miss any games because like the first 3 games we had the Hall of Fame, went up to Howard, to Washington D.C., which that's a whole story. That's all right. And then we got MetLife, and then we were up to MetLife. So I was like, I'm not missing them 3 games. I'm not.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna tough it out. I'm gonna play with the hamstring issue. About almost each one of those games, it popped every time, and I had to just like chill out for like the rest of the game. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, we had the OC that we had.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you, that nigga was an asshole. He was an asshole. I hated him.
You encounter that in college, bro. You will.
I mean,
you will.
Yeah, you do.
And it does suck. You just hope, especially if you're younger, you just hope the next season you possibly get somebody that can show love.
Yeah.
Because I knew I wasn't tripping because the rest of the offense thought the same thing. They're like, man, I hate this dude. Get this dude out of here. Yeah. So when I knew I wasn't tripping, I was like, yeah, he ain't it. But we finished 1-9 that year. Didn't have the best statistics. So junior year was a trying year in terms of just how the season went, and then of course that transition of getting used to playing with those new teammates, that new atmosphere, just getting used to like the new things around or the way they do things around there. So yeah, definitely trying.
Well, we heard that was the most trying year. We know the most popping year was senior year, but I checked the stats before we hopped on the pod. You popped it. You popped it. So you have a great senior year. Yeah. What kind of was your mindset going in? Because you spoke about how junior year was kind of tough. So like, did you have to change any things? Was there a mindset?
It was a switch.
What happened?
Yeah, I knew the switch. It was just lock in. This can possibly be your last year. Make the most of it. Heading in that spring when we got that new head coach, if y'all know Terrence Mathis, y'all know him. He played for the Falcons. That man receiver. Yeah. So it was after the spring game, we talked. He was like, bro, you can make it to this next level. And I'm gonna try my best to get you there. And he was like, but what you got to do is you got to produce. I was like, all right, bet. So I'm like, that whole off season, I made sure I got my body right. I did everything in my power to make sure I was as strong as I can be, as healthy as I can be, make sure I wouldn't have any hamstring issues. I was doing like 100 hamstring curls a day, just making sure them hamstring wasn't going out like that. And then when heading into that season, even my teammates knew, oh no, he's locked in. They could see like every day in practice. I came in, I'm already quiet as is. But when I came into practice, I'll be like tunnel vision, locked in, ready to do what I got to do. And they can see it. They're like, oh no, you gonna go off the season. No doubt. I will say I was definitely. I wouldn't say I was the most locked in because I feel like I was locked in every summer, but like I was like really, really locked in on trying to make the most of this.
So when I was looking at the games, boy, you look like you definitely did your thing. Which game was the most fun? Because you had a few over 100-yard games.
Yeah.
No lie, that Howard game over MetLife. So mind you, that game on national television, that thing on NBC. So coming to that game, of course, mind you, that week before I came off of having that game where I had 7 catches, 157 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So I already knew, like, for real, they gonna be looking at me on game plan. I mean, my dad put up the article that week that Howard wrote. They got my name on there, like, hey, watch this dude right here. Don't let him let him go off like that. But coming in that game, I knew they were watching for me, and I liked it. I was like, man, I ain't never had like teams like really games with me like that before. So it's like, no, this is a respect thing out of it.
Yeah.
Playing again on national television, getting them 2 touchdowns. And then after the game, looking at my phone, I'm looking. There about like hundreds of text messages from people be like, hey, I see you doing this, I see you doing that. I'm looking on Instagram, people tagging me on plays I made. I'm reposting them. People like, hey, alumni hit me up. They're like, man, you did your thing out there. Keep doing this stuff.
Yeah.
That was probably like the most fun. Even though we didn't win, just having that experience of being that guy.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Something I noticed was like, and I noticed this just because like I'm a natural DB, like I read wideouts. You move different. You had started moving different, like at wideout, like meaning like not saying you're more shitty, but like
it's a certain comfortability out there. You can tell when somebody's out there comfortable and they're just kind of tense. You just know.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I was like, when I seen how you moved on the field, I was like, okay, oh, he's there. Like I was like, okay, he found it. You know what I'm saying? He found it. Like, I was like, he found it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it was good to see, bro. Like
definitely. When I was on the film that whole week, I remember that week. I was like, they flip their hips outside every time. I'm gonna go inside on them a couple times, get them off guard.
Yeah,
we would have connected on the first time. Well, I hit him with like a little shiftiness on the off the line, but it went to the outside. Got that boy burnt. He was overthrown, but that's when I knew. I was like, I got him in my head.
It's gonna be one. You knew from that play it was gonna be one of them games, huh?
Because they could, I don't know if they picked it up on TV. They can hear me. You can probably hear me yelling like, "Oh boy, yo!" I was like, "You're right."
I just love to hear this. No, I love to hear this. Because I just know how we was
on the field
our senior year and when he was a junior, right? And Ajani, like you said, he was quiet. Like he was our boy, but he was quiet. And like, he would still make plays when he was younger, but he wouldn't pop it as much.
Now he's positioned up.
And now you're in a position where you popping it. I like a proud big bro. Like hell yeah, pop your shit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right. So it's a beautiful thing to see and hear. So you had a great senior year. Notoriety, you popped it on TV. How has that led you to now your path towards the draft? And then as of recently, we got to give you your flowers. You had the invite to the Falcons Pro Day, so major flowers on that. So how was your off season look as you making your path to the NFL?
Yeah, so off the rip, like after the season, me and Coach, we were talking. He was like, let's go ahead. He was like, we're gonna give you a week off, recoup, but then after that, straight into training, get straight into draft prep, get ready for combines and all that. Initially, we were supposed to be in the HBCU Legacy Bowl, but they snubbed me out of that because of the injury that I had. I had an injury that took me out for like 3 games, and I only was able to play 7. Mind you, the 7 games I did more in 7 games than most people did with like 11 or 12. But that's besides the point. Yeah. We went straight into training. So I was training from about like early November all the way to, what is it, like April now? Yeah, like March, April. Just going at it, working on speed, getting stronger, being more explosive, being more cerebral in the game, watching film, just doing everything it takes to get to that point. And man, that day when I found out I was going to the Falcons invite, that was a special day. I was knocked out cold, and then the agent texted me. He texted me. He was like, "Hey, invite should be coming your way." About an hour or so later, email came through from what's his name? Shoot, I forget his name, but like Kevin, the scouting dude.
Yeah.
And he sent the invite saying, "Hey, congratulations, you've been invited to the Falcons." I was like,
boy, what was that first initial reaction where you like pull up the email? You like, bro, shit,
heart drop.
Yeah.
But I smiled ear to ear. I was like, there's opportunity.
Yeah.
That's all we need. We just need that door. But
yeah.
Show my pops. He was excited. I think Pops saw the email first. I showed it to him. He was like, "All right, seen it. I'm excited." It's like, bro,
you know, Pops gonna always. Pops low key might take your phone away because he done already seen it. You like, Pops said, "I already saw it. I'm geeking for you." That's funny. Yeah.
And I told my mom, she was excited. Everybody was like, I thank Coach and everything. Because I know he played a big part in that. He was able to be one of those people that can help vouch for me and get me to that position. And I was just thanking people. Man. Yeah.
So how you think the pro day went?
How you felt while you were there?
I felt like it went pretty well. Got a lot of good feedback. Got a chance to talk to the receivers coach and the special teams guy. The receiver coach, he was like, "Man, you ran smooth routes. You ain't dropped the ball. Catching didn't look like an effort to you. It looked smooth." Talked to the special teams guy about being a returner. He was like, "Hey, if we have an opportunity to sign you, well, I'll give you some opportunities preseason to turn that thing." So I'm like, "Hey, if you give me that opportunity, I'll make it happen. I definitely do." But yeah, it was cool, man.
So it sounds like you put on, bro. So what is things looking like now? I know we 2 weeks out from the draft. Oh no, a week. We're a week out from the draft. So like, how's it? Yeah. So how's it looking for you? And what's kind of how you think things is gonna shake out for you as far as like league and like preseason, like how things gonna look for you?
So right now we just in the waiting process because. Brown after the draft by like the 24th, that's usually when they start calling people about, "Hey, we want you, your OTA, mini camp. We want you here." Right now, I know for sure I'm not gonna be undrafted. I already know that without doubt. But I feel that I can have a good chance of getting called, and if not NFL, I mean CFL, because I've worked out with them, had a good showcase with them. And that call usually wouldn't come in until about around May 6th, because that's when they start their camp. Because their season starts like in June. Right now, it's just a waiting game. We just getting healthy, continue to get stronger and bigger, and that's really bad.
So, are you open? What about the XFL? Because I know that's been on the rise a few years.
I'm open for anything. I'm open UFL. I'll go to Europe. I'll play ball over there. Yeah, because I play ball in Canada. I told my parents, I wouldn't be mad at playing in Canada because if I can like play in Toronto and get an apartment up there, I know.
Hey, that's hard. Hey, actually, just speaking hypothetically, we think about going to Canada for New Year's. So I mean,
we actually are.
If you up there,
if things go right, we'll see.
That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. We'll see what God has in store, bro.
Right.
But it's looking like, bro, you handle your business, and I just know, bro, you're gonna end up in some league, whether it's XFL, CFL, NFL. You're gonna end up playing ball professionally.
And regardless, I know you're gonna, like, when you get there, you're gonna handle your business too, bro. Because like, even still, I feel like that's not even the end of your route. You know what I'm saying? Like, the end of your journey, bro. I feel like your ceiling still hasn't been pushed all the way. You haven't reached it yet, bro. Like, you still have a lot more you could acquire, bro. Like,
I be telling my parents all the time, like, man, I be telling them, like, they just got in the door. I'll do it. I know I can. I know I got the talent to do it. Just get me in there.
And that's crazy because, like, we seen it. Like,
I knew Ajani was good.
Because back when you were like, he growing now, but like, when we're seniors and you was a junior, bro, like, you was always like the youngin that was like, I could see it.
He was really soaking in what was going on, but you also seen he got the potential to be great.
And there was very few youngins that, like, really, like,
that's real.
I was able to look at him. And
a lot of youngins was just out there, bro.
Yeah,
that's just what it was.
I was like, no, he actually, like, locking into what y'all were like, because he was behind y'all.
And I ain't gonna lie,
you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, behind Brian too.
Yeah,
watching that man do what he do every week, I was like, bro, I gotta get right.
Yeah.
I can tell, bro.
You got to soak up a lot of game, and shoot, you use up all the tools you was able to acquire, and you don't put it to the test and pass with flying colors. So before we get you up out of here, we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play Would You Rather NFL Receiver Edition. So I'm gonna throw you two receivers, and then you're gonna say whichever one you will stick with, and then we're gonna see where we end up. So first round, we got Garrett Wilson or Jerry Jeudy.
Give me Garrett. No. Give me Jerry, because Jerry footwork. His footwork is like
Jerry over Garrett.
His footwork is so nasty.
Jerry did have a really good. He was a Pro Bowler this year. He was. Garrett Wilson he been his quarterback's kind of been.
Are we talking about producing, or are we talking about just play? You can tell someone like that, but it may not show statistically. But you know, like someone, like if you were to go like play 7-on-7, just off of the random, know someone would actually like that.
Okay.
I think that's what you're trying to say here, like Jerry Jeudy.
Okay, I mean he is. He been like that. All right. Move on. Okay. Jerry Jeudy or Zay Flowers. Both got speed.
I ain't gonna lie,
both got speed. That's all. I'm gonna stick with Jerry on this one. I'm gonna stick with him. Good.
Okay.
The only downside was he's just a little bit shorter, but he don't make that a liability in this game because he's so fast. So
okay,
I'm stick with Jerry.
We stick it with Jerry. All right, Jerry Jeudy or Stephon Diggs.
I was just gonna.
I ain't gonna lie. Give me Stephon. Give me Stephon without the injuries. Stephon without the injuries. Wicked. Okay.
Got it.
I like it. Stephon Diggs or Devontae Adams. Ooh.
We talking about Devontae Adams? We talking Devontae Adams with Packers, like with Rodgers and all of them, or we just talking like right now?
I would say that is kind of like
because I don't want to play the time game because it's gonna be some of these players are younger and some of them are older.
Like you gotta do the same era.
How about this? We'll just do all these players at their peak, like at their best. Which one are you taking?
All right, you need Devontae Adams then because that
Devontae.
Yeah.
Okay. Devontae Adams or Tyreek Hill? Peak.
I was like Tyreek Hill is peak too.
Peak.
That's a deep ball threat right there.
Feel me?
Give me Tyreek.
Tyreek. Okay.
He's more of a threat, bro.
He is more of a threat.
Like
he scares me. I'm scared. I need to back up right now. Safety. Back up. Keep backing up. Literally. All right, so we going Tyreek. That's what Tyreek he
Facts,
presents.
no, facts,
You're
facts.
scared. You're shaking your boots. Corner every time.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got Tyreek or Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Let's go. Pete.
He really underrated.
That's really underrated. Yeah. Give me Tyreek though, still in his prime. If we talking about prime,
okay.
Tyreek.
Finna get a little harder. Tyreek, Jamar Chase.
Oh, that's a good one.
Jamar Chase run like a running back for real.
Pete.
No lie. I was gonna say no lie. I'm leaning
Triple Crown this year too.
I'm leaning towards Jamar. I ain't even gonna hold
Jamar.
Pete, he's different. Pete.
Yeah, Pete. He's kind of unstoppable.
No, like Pete. He might be best.
Like that game
is. No, wait.
I know.
Wait. Oh, my bad.
We can do that at the end.
Okay, my bad.
All right. So you said Jamar?
Yeah.
We're talking peak, everyone.
Think about it.
Huh?
Nah. Go ahead. I want to hit the next one.
Okay, Jamar or Jay Jettis? Justin Jefferson.
Pete.
Oh, you going LSU on us? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm going double LSU.
That's the hardest one I could.
Yeah,
that's a hard one. Cause you got Jay Jettis, he gonna get shifty on your Morehouse. He gonna bop, and he gonna do it to you.
I'm more of a Jay Jettis fan. I'm gonna say that.
Peak both.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Give me Jamar. Give me him.
And I'm gonna say this. I do love, like, my favorite receiver is Jay Jettis, but Pete.
That's what I'm saying.
Jamar is just different. Just because Jay Jettis, I'm just being transparent. I love Jay Jettis, but he can't do some of the things Jamar do with that ball after the catch.
Yeah, facts. I think you could probably test this. I think Jay Jettis is was more consistent during his peak.
Well, he's still at his peak.
I know. I'm saying, but like,
it's just the biggest difference is because I would say hands is on par, routes is on par. Well, actually, shit, Jay Jettis routes might be a little bit better, but it's just the fact that once Jamar get that ball in his hands, bro, he literally turns into a running back.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what changes the game. Yeah, that's what changes the game.
All
right, I'm gonna throw 3 receivers in here that's not playing no more. I'm gonna really see where you at. All right, so you said Jamar, right? Jamar or Julio, peak.
Oh, Julio, give me Julio. Oh,
that was quick.
Come on now. All I gotta say, all we gotta say is what's the game? I think it was either 2015 or 2016 Panthers, week 15.
I remember. I ain't gonna lie. Peak. All right, last one. And this one hit a little personal for all 3 of us.
Oh, yeah.
I think Julio Jones or Calvin Johnson. Peak.
Come on. I gotta go with my favorite receiver of all time, Calvin Johnson. Come on.
I love it. SC legend.
I ain't never seen a dude get like actually jammed off the line by 2, or attempt to get jammed by 2 DBs off the line. I've never seen that before. I've never. Yeah, that is bro. He caught over four people. He caught over 3 people. He catch over 2 people like it's a regular day in the park. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Calvin Johnson had like a fear status to his name, bro.
Megatron, bro.
Even the name Megatron was just different. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What's that X Factor on Madden? It's like throw it up, something like that. He literally got
it up. He down there somewhere. He down there somewhere.
Like, hey, no cap. That's probably what I did a lot of times. I can't even lie to you.
Yeah. I mean, so it be like that when you got the special receiver. It's kind of just like, I'm gonna throw this ball. I don't really know where it's going. I just know in that vicinity, he in there, he gonna go get it. That's how it was with him. So
let me ask y'all this real quick. If we say we're going 4 wide, right?
Yes, sir.
Which one is gonna be your 4 receivers that you gonna pick? It can be from retired to current. Who your 4 receivers you gonna put in that 4 wide set?
I bet.
I can tell you, but I can tell you right now. I pick.
You want to go first?
It's strategic.
You go first.
No. QB is strategic.
Yeah, go first, QB.
I got Tyreek in the slot.
Okay.
I got Tyreek in the slot. My X and my Y. I probably had to have Calvin Johnson at.
I like it. That's dominant.
Why?
That's dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Other side. Who's on the other side? It's between Julio and I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna throw it.
I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna throw a name out there. What's that about AB?
AB.
AB. Well, I already had AB. I had him at I guess he's the other side slot. I don't know what they call it now though. Okay. Him and Tyreek inside.
Yeah, they're gonna be two slots. Okay.
Inside. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since the game, but yeah, I got Calvin Johnson wide. Who's my other wide? It's between Julio. I might have to just go Julio, or I'm trying to think of retired. I go new gen. I go new gen.
You missing who they call the best, bro.
I'm not one of those guys, bro. Yeah, I'm not one of those guys. Like he's not my era, bro.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I can't.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them. I can't.
Yeah.
But the time that I've watched football, bro, between Julio, maybe JJ.
Jay Jettis. Who's your Z?
No.
Okay.
I need some names for Pack. I don't want to pass on nobody that played in our era.
I need
Terrell Owens,
Andre.
Terrell Owens.
I got Julio. I still got Julio. I can't.
Who'd you say?
I got Julio.
Okay.
So I got Julio, Tyreek, AB, Calvin Johnson.
Me?
If I'm being real.
I'm gonna say one who was one of my favorites growing up.
And let me say the reason why.
Okay.
The reason why is because I got speed on the inside where I need speed.
Yes.
So I don't need the shiftiness on the outside. I need like strength. I need size on the outside.
Yeah.
Like diamond. I don't need too much like the shiftiness like the new age wide receiver nowadays.
I just remember you forgot one that was crazy, but
no. All right, but that's my.
I love it. All right. Inside, I'm gonna go one of my favorites. I used to love as a kid. In my slot, left side slot, my Y, Deshaun Jackson. I'm blurring every time. Blurring passing linebacker.
That's a good one.
That's in my slot.
I got him on Tyreek, but that's a good one though. That's definitely.
I'm not gonna pick the one.
Okay.
Deshaun Jackson's in my slot.
Yeah.
My other slot.
Yeah.
My other slot. I'm gonna slide Jamar into my other slot.
So you're gonna have it's gonna be a mismatch with that linebacker. Okay.
Oh, it's over with. It's over with. So I got Deshaun Jackson and Jamar Chase in my slot. Okay. My ex. No, I know. My ex. Randy Moss. My ex is Randy Moss.
You know, he's a Patriot too. You forgot, bro.
Who I forget about? Oh no, I know what you're thinking about. He ain't not making my list. Then, and then my Z to end it off. My Z. My Z, I think I'm gonna go. Damn, this is a hard one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm gonna slide Jay Jettis. Yeah. So I got Jay Jettis, Randy Moss, two Vikings on the outside, and then Deshaun Jackson and Jamar in my slot. Oh shit!
I know I slot fade with Deshaun Jackson is over.
Well, I pray for your defense, but I'm blurring every time. Or I'm running the screen for Jamar.
That's fair.
What's your four?
Boom. All right, so of course I'm gonna go Calvin. I'm gonna put him at the X. Put him if I need him on a one-on-one backside. Yeah. That's my guy right there.
Over with.
If I go slot, I don't know why I'm thinking him. I'm low-key. I don't know if I'm thinking Doug, but I'm thinking Doug Baldwin, but I'm thinking of somebody. I want somebody.
Are you thinking about Because I know Seahawks. You can get these players.
Not Lockett. I'm not thinking. I'm thinking about putting either Lockett or Baldwin or somebody else. I'm
thinking of a Patriot.
Are you thinking about Percy Harvin?
Nah, not Percy Harvin. Even though he fast.
He was a blur.
So we gonna act like Edelman wasn't that cold, bro.
Bro, I love
Edelman was cold. Yeah,
Edelman was cold, but Jabbar and Deshaun in my slot over.
Well, all right, well, you doing something? Deshaun Watson. Yeah. You're right.
Edelman was cold. Super cold. Super cold.
Oh, okay. Oh, I might put Steve Smith at my slot. I might put Steve Smith at slot because he a tough dude.
I like that.
Yeah,
I actually like that one.
We'll go other side. We're gonna go right side now.
Uh-oh.
So we'll start outside.
Talk some. You got a lot to choose from.
Man, we got plenty. Plenty too.
Plenty.
I don't know. I don't know why it's crossing my brain, but I'm thinking Dez Bryant. But
that's dang.
Dog.
That's a
dog.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that dog. He going for dogs right now.
Yeah.
Steve Smith, Dez. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
I like
it. We want some gritty play. Like if I just go on a run block kind of deal. I know they're gonna toss somebody. They're gonna toss somebody to the side. Okay. Let's go slot. Who my slot guy?
Oh, we tripping. We're tripping for a slot. We're tripping.
I'm tripping.
OBJ.
Hold on. I'm gonna say Tyreek Hill. But what you thinking? No, I want to hear what you said. I want to hear what you thinking.
I'm thinking OBJ.
Prime OBJ was different.
I'm tripping.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
We're tweaking. We're tweaking. Different.
We're tweaking. A prime OBJ at slot. I'm tweaking.
I forgot about him and Jarvis Landry. I forgot about them too.
Jarvis Landry.
No, because them two LSU boys right there.
The fact I left OBJ out is crazy now thinking about it. Prime wise, yeah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of tripping.
So who you got at the X? Because you got Dez at your Z, you got Steve in your slot. Who is your other slot?
You put Tyreek. Need speed.
X. Okay. Yeah. And who's your lad? Who's that X?
Who's that? Oh, Calvin at X. I already got him.
Okay, so that's your fault. You got a real dominant forward, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Imagine the pain the safety got to deal with having Tyreek and
Tyreek on the same side of the field.
Having Tyreek and Deshaun Jackson on the both at slot. But the safety's got to have the worst day on planet.
There's no coverage that can cover any of those four.
Not think about it, bro. Yeah, it's no coverage.
Nothing.
Play prevent. Best you can.
It's run prevent. That's all you literally can do in that situation.
That's crazy.
So who? All right, the last question. Question. Who is your favorite receiver in the league right now, and why?
Right now, I say Devontae Smith because he's kind of the closest to me in my. Well, I feel like I'm the closest to him in his game. We both like slender dudes. Just we gonna catch the ball when needed. But yeah, that's my guy because I look up to him big time. I see him doing his thing. I'm like, I can do this too.
Dope.
Yeah, I like that.
I was just gonna ask.
I actually do really like that.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask who do you like? Not copy your game off of, but like look up to. No, that's dope.
I like it.
I remember it was on a game on ESPN. They said one of the games on ESPN we played. They were like, hey, he's very similar to Devontae Smith. I was like, that's it right there, Devontae Smith.
That's it. God, I heard you talking. Hey, bro, much love for you coming on the podcast, bro. Again, much flowers to everything you've done, bro, because you've achieved some things that a lot of people only pray for and wish for. So we sending you nothing but the best, bro. We're gonna see you in the league.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna see you in the league, bro. Sure. I'm putting that energy out there. We're gonna see you in the league, bro. Get that diploma in May, bro. Walk across that stage,
Handle business, bro. Handle business.
But also enjoy your last few months. Of college. Bro. College is definitely a special time, so you want to make sure to take advantage of that.
I'm enjoying these last weeks. I've been sacrificing a lot for this training, so I'm like, I'm enjoy a couple weeks.
Yeah. Enjoy yourself, bro.
Please do.
Because when you work so hard, you gotta have some leisure time, bro.
Yeah, you got to, bro.
But much love, bro. Yep. Everybody that's tuning in to the clips on YouTube, we appreciate you. Everybody that's liking the TikTok, liking the Instagram Reels, we appreciate you, man. Road to 200, 3 subscribers away. So hopefully after this video we get to 200. Maybe we can do something special for all the supporters, man. This was a beautiful podcast. I ain't gonna lie, beautiful episode, bro. Being able to reconnect with Brody It was a good time, bro. So
y'all keep hitting that like button, man. Share, comment, subscribe.
Follow him on Instagram as well. That will be in the description.
Yep.
Hey, man, y'all know how we do this.
Yep.
It's the Juh Kickin It Podcast, and we out. You dig.